Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen. Angel has written in and said, my son will start off sleeping in his bed, but then wakes up later to get in our bed. We let him because we don't want to make him so upset, and then he can't go back to sleep. Maybe should we start on weekends when he doesn't have school? He's 7. This is that thing that I was talking about before, about how a lot of times, and bless you, Angel, I think it's such a good question, because a lot of times we won't do something because we don't want to upset the apple cart. Yeah, but
Right,
long term, what should she be doing?
It's funny that I use the example of the child coming and sleeping with you.
Yeah.
And that is something, he's 7. You have to start dealing with it. And absolutely start on a Friday when he comes home, and that night and Saturday nights, and even keep going. Usually change in sleep pattern will occur after 3 nights, 3 or 4. So just keep going with it. You could use a long weekend. Don't wait though, because the sooner you do this, the better. And I know, I am so sorry. It's going to be a back and forth for you as well those nights, right? So you'll have to ask him not to come in, take him back to his room. And he'll probably come back in. He might get upset and cry. Lots of different things will happen. But, you need to follow through so that he spends the night in his room. Now, there's a few ways you can do this as well. We've talked about this in the past. You can certainly reverse yourself out of his room. So in other words, you could have him in his room, set up a cot for yourself, either in his room or right outside his room, so that he feels like you're close to him, and gradually move your cot out of his room so that he is accustomed to staying in his own room. You could reward him heavily for staying in his rooms, like his favorite whatever reinforcer he could get if he stays the night in his room. You could also, depending on, he's 7, but I don't know how much he understands, you could tell him he can come to you when it's daylight outside. There's lots of different things, but the sooner you functionally teach him that is his place to sleep and this is yours, the better it is. Because honestly, imagine if you start trying to teach this when he's 15. Like, it just starts to get harder and harder.
Don't forget, you can watch Ask Dr. Doreen live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We hope to see you there.